Hello, everybody. Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about the prediction for 2022. So, in yesterday's video, we talked about 2021. We talked about how several companies fared against each other or in the public markets. Again, we are covering genomics as a whole, but more specifically, CRISPR companies as our channel. We are more tailored towards those companies, but again, we are open to every single other company in the genomic space, including Teladoc and Vite, BNGO, and so on. So I do want to make some predictions for 2022. Now, obviously, we have a couple of days here until 2022, but it's always great to make some predictions for the next year. The reason why we want to do that is one, because it's fun, and two, because I think it's really important for us to sort of see how 2020 went, 2021, and then sort of project ourselves for 2022. The likelihood of having something really, really drastic is really, really small, right? When we talk about year to year, changes are very, very small, right? We have to look at it on the grand scheme of things, right? I always talk about 5 to 80 years, right? 1 year over 1 year, it's not really that much of drastic change, but you can always make some quick predictions, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here in today's video. So, for example, most valuable market cap company, right? Most valuable market cap company. Currently, it is NTLA. Previously, it was CRISPR Therapeutics up until this summer when NTLA took over as the most valuable CRISPR company as market cap. So perhaps I should just do here most valuable CRISPR here in the sentence. And then basically, I actually predict that NTLA will remain the most valuable CRISPR company. Now, I do think this will change in 2023 when we'll get later on in this list. You'll understand why. But for now, I think NTLA, Antilia Therapeutics, will lead and will continue to lead as the most valuable market cap CRISPR company. And the reasons are very, very straightforward. They are leading with the in vivo approach. They have adopted the base editing approach. Now, they don't have any IND filing, any commercial programs relating to it. And when they do, I do believe it will be in 2022 as they filed for patent last month. I think they're going forward. It'll be interesting to see. It's sort of a bet because if that falls straight in the face, then you can clearly expect this company to be hit hard in the stock price because a lot of people valuing it right now as not just a first gen company, but also now as a second gen CRISPR company with their base editing approach. Biggest growth. This one is a sort of a hard question because I think all these companies will have a huge bull run in 2022, right? I truly believe that. I think 2021 we had a huge hype early on the first 2 months, but then a huge decline, including the spike we had over the summer with NTLA data for phase one and NTLA 2001. But I still believe that Caribou Biosciences will have the biggest growth. Now, right now, let's take a look at how much they're valued. They are valued about 973 million US dollars. That's not even $1 billion, and that is trading just north of $15 a share. I truly believe this company will have a huge growth in the upcoming months, including the year of 2022. I think I think this is one of the companies where you have founder-led CEO. You have that technology that they talk about, the proprietary technology that we sort of classify as the second generation of CRISPR, which chardonnay's RDNA that reduces off targets and increases efficiency. So I truly believe that Caribou Biosciences will have the biggest growth. Now, biggest decline is a little bit hard. Biggest decline is definitely a little bit hard because there's a lot of amazing companies in this space, and I think a lot of these companies are in a position to succeed right as you enter the bull run. In fact, in a bull run, anything and everything just goes up, right? It's a little bit of ridiculous. Just like how bear markets, nothing makes sense. When one company is hit, every other company gets hit so hard. Same concept applies for a bull run, right? But regardless of that theory, right? Regardless of that theory, if I had to guess through all the CRISPR companies, I will say that the biggest decline, fortunately, I think it will be either Graphite Bio or Verve Therapeutics. Okay, so let me explain here. I think Graphite Bio and Verve Therapeutics came in 2021. They IPO'd. Graphite Bio already got hit really hard. Okay, let's take a look. Graphite Bio got hit really, really hard. They're trading just shy of north of 600 million. market cap. Take a look at their stock price since early on. Clearly, it's been hit well over 60%. They have some cash in the bank. In fact, if I take a look at it here, I don't know if I can find it. I think they have a couple of millions here, but I truly don't believe that this will last them a significant time. Verve Therapeutics, I put as a shadow. I think they've had a huge growth, but this is due to their base editing technology that they don't fully own anyways. So to me, Verve Therapeutics would definitely be the second place, but for now, I would remove Verve Therapeutics and put Graphite Bio. I think Graphite Bio will either be acquired or they will go bankrupt. I truly believe that now. I know a lot of you guys are big fans of these CRISPR companies, including all of them. But if I had to pick one biggest decline, I'm gonna pick Graphite Bio because of their history, short history, and because of how the company's been reacting. I don't think they will wow investors. I think they will be likely acquired, and I think it'll be a great thing to be acquired. You get the talent, you get the technology, and ultimately, you don't have to deal with the hassle of getting that data out when you don't even have data right now, right? GraphiCBio doesn't. So I truly believe GraphiCBio will be the biggest loser or the biggest decline in 2022. Most likely to get CRISPR FDA. You guys already know my answer for this. This is CRISPR Therapeutics. I think CRISPR Therapeutics has done an amazing job here to position themselves for 2022, more specifically 2023. I think other companies have a long way to go. I think we're not even talking 2023 for most of them, but for CRISPR Therapeutics, definitely, I truly believe that they may potentially have an FDA approved drug by the end of this year, or at least have the filings for FDA approval. Best upcoming IPO. This one is easy for me, right? It's very, very easy. This one is definitely Mammoth Biosciences. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are a fan of Prime Medicine. I think Prime Medicine is an amazing company working on the third generation of CRISPR. But Mammoth Biosciences, I've seen their interview with their CEO. They're just thinking another game, right? They're thinking about the pandemic. They're talking about diagnostics tools, editing tools, obviously, but also diagnostics slash mapping tools. Like they're on another level, right? It's not just leveraging CRISPR, but also the technology around it. They realize and they appreciate that it's not just about editing genes. It's all the whole kit around it, and they truly believe they have personnel. In fact, I think 50% of their head count works on actually editing, and the rest of the 50% works on tools, hardware, and so on. You can quote me on that because that was in an interview that I read from the CEO recently. So I truly believe this is the best upcoming IPO. Shout out to Prime Medicine. I know a lot of people are excited. Again, this is just speculation, guys. We don't know. We don't have information on it. We don't have any S1 filings, nothing, right? So to me, if I had to predict, this would be the best upcoming IPO for 2022. And finally, here, best other prediction. Other prediction. There are a couple of predictions, right? I predict that NTLA will get the base editing program implemented. Now, I do predict that there'll be a huge lawsuit around it. I think they'll be going straight in the courts, but I think they're going forward with it. In terms of Caribou Biosciences, I think they're going to get phase one data in. I think their phase one data will wow investors, and I think that is one the reason why I think they'll have the biggest growth. I also think that Graphite Bio, obviously, like I mentioned, they will be acquired. So that is one of my predictions that I mentioned earlier, but I do want to put it here. Um, I think Beam Therapeutics will also go forward with IND filings and phase one data for their IND file accepted program, and I think they're going to wow investors again. I also predict that CRISPR Therapeutics will get amazing data with ViaCyte for type 1 diabetes. I think that's going to be in. I also think that their CAR T programs at their second dose will also shock investors for the better. In terms of, for example, Editas, I think Editas had a rough year this year. They sort of had a turnaround, but fortunately, the last few weeks just been going downhill. I think they'll turn ship around, and I think they'll start performing a little bit better. I don't think they'll be, in the top three market cap company anytime soon. In fact, if they'll ever be back there, but I think they will definitely make a good turnaround there as their data has already been proven to be safe. Now, is it efficient? Is it useful? Is it long-term durable? That is another topic that Editas need to prove themselves, right? So that's a couple of predictions here. I also think that another prediction is that CRISPR Therapeutics CEO will be on the hot seat there because now not only he needs to get back to the market cap company size number one, but also needs to prove that the company can navigate through these tough times and also deliver on their promises, right? Getting CTX001 FDA approved, getting that type 1 diabetes program out there. So keep that in mind. He is on the hot seat. We already saw they lost a VP there. When you start losing R&D VPs, high level VPs, okay, trust me, this is not something you should be taking lightly. Okay, this is something that you should be looking out for. I think CRISPR Therapeutics CEO is on the hot seat. And I think other bets, for example, I think BNGO will have a huge run up. I think they've had a huge decline. BNGO is one of those companies that I think is ready to get explode, but they just can't in this bear market. I think in this potential bull market, I think you'll see a lot of action from them. And Vita, I think Nvidia is gonna be trending sideways, but I think eventually people will realize that they're basically the quote unquote Google of genomics data, right? So I think Nvidia is out there. I also predict that ARK Invest will no longer make Teladoc as their number one market company in their fund in RG or number two in their whole portfolio. I think Teladoc will take a backseat. I do expect Teladoc to get up there, like I said in the last video, but I truly believe this will happen. I also expect that ARK Invest will finally put some money into BNGO. I truly believe that. And the last prediction I'll make about ARK Invest is I think they're going to double down on CRISPR. I think what we're seeing here on the screen is something amazing happening in the space. I think we all see it, we all feel it, we all been reading it. But 2022 is the year, end of 22 specifically, but the whole year you'll see phase one data coming in, you'll see phase three data from CRISPR Therapeutics, you'll see amazing data coming in. And again, this is a do or die, this is a make or break. This is the year where everything goes up or everything disappears. And I'm ready for that ride. Curious to see what you guys think. Are you ready for that ride? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Really curious to see. Again, like this video, found value, smash the like button, destroy it. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribe. Leave me a comment below your prediction using this format. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful, beautiful